Morning everyone! Welcome to the latest Vlogmas video, and hopefully this one will include a little bit more crafting than the last two. Saturday was the Christmas market in Durham, and yesterday I spent pretty much all my time going to one of the local radio stations and giving an interview about my work as an artist. And guess what? I got knitting in. So, in fact, I even got them to tweet a photo of me holding a hand knit sock in the studio. So, yeah, let's talk about that. So, if you remember, or if you've seen some of the previous Vlogmas videos, I started knitting in a pair of Aran socks out of West Yorkshire Spinners Fusions yarn. And that's a 25% polyamide nylon, I'm not sure which one, and a 75% wool. And they're finished. So this was the one that I started with. Oh, bouncing into my table. This is the one that I started with, and I was a bit surprised when I started because the ball showed lovely reds and then orange came out. Anyway, finished that, started on the second one, got that one finished. So this was the one that was photographed for in the studio. This was actually part knit in my bag at the time, and I finished it off last night watching the TV. So these are an Aran weight sock, and technical information, 40 stitch cast on, reinforced heel flap, and 3.25mm needles. So I haven't worn them yet. I'll probably wear them when I cycle home. I've become a bit obsessed with thicker socks, and it's because of this project that I'm doing, the reality check, and I'm having to do a lot of cycling as a result. That makes it sound like it's such a hardship. I actually enjoy cycling, but you get what I mean. And it's cold and it's damp and it's winter and it's miserable. And did I mention the cold? Well, your hands and your feet, like your hands are out there like that and your feet are down, in my case, in hiking boots. And they get cold. I mean, if it takes you, 45-50 minutes, which is what it often takes me to cycle to the studio, you're freezing by the time you get there. So I'm absolutely obsessed with finding the perfect combination of hand knit socks to keep my feet warm. So I've got hiking boots that are a bit too big, and I'm currently cycling with 3 pairs of socks. So a normal pair, then a DK weight pair that it's before these are the only thick socks that I've ever knit, which were actually originally for my mum, so I've swiped them. And then another pair which were actually knit for my husband, because he's got bigger feet and obviously they need to be bigger by that point. And that so far is the best combination that I've found for keeping my feet warm. So hence thick sock obsession. So I've knit these, I haven't worn them yet. I wouldn't show you socks I've worn. I wouldn't show you dirty socks. But I don't block my socks. I know a lot of people do. You see all these beautiful sock blockers, and the wooden ones and the metal ones, and you see loads of pictures on Instagram and Facebook and on other YouTube videos. I never block my socks. They're never around long enough to need blocking. They tend to go straight on feet. Anyway, so that's that pair. Now I have another set, I suppose we'd call them, rather than a pair, because to show you, which despite the fact that they've got yarn sticking out, are actually finished. I just haven't trimmed them off. I couldn't find my scissors at the time. Now this is by a lady called Shadow, who has Felt Fusions, and I asked on one of the Facebook groups that I'm on for some recommendations for a merino DK weight that I could use for socks, and Shadow suggested I try one of hers. and the fibres down as SW Merino DK, 225 metres and 100 grams, and the colourway, before I forget to mention the colourway, is Pink Rainbow. Felt Fusions. She's feltfusions.co.uk, Felt Fusions on Etsy, and she's also on Facebook. Put that there. So I got that yarn, balled it up, and started knitting it. Oh, this is nice. Haven't worn them yet, but these are going to be nice on my feet. And I knit one, and I knit a second one, and I had loads of yarn left over, which I wasn't expecting, so I knit a third one. So now if those gremlins that live in the washing machine that eat socks, because these are not going in the washing machine obviously, if they crawl out and steal one of these socks, I'm still going to have a pair. I thought that was quite a good plan. Right, okay, so I will be wearing these, and I will report back what they're like. I'm expecting these to be warmer on my feet and snugglier. In fact, they may have to become a bottom layer rather than the middle layer of 3 pairs, because they feel so nice. Right, I suppose I should get on and do some work rather than sitting here talking to you, which is much nicer than doing work, I might add. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. Bye bye.